Hey Josiah,
Hola.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. So let's switch in English for a small segment with our buddy Josiah. Seems like it's sunny in your area
Yeah, it's like the end of summer, so
in the
it's
summer.
probably warmer. Yeah, it's like warmer than where you guys are, but I'm still wearing a hoodie, so it's not too bad right now.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how the season are switched up. It's kind of a big difference, and also the just the time difference. It's like 8 p.m. here, and I guess it's about
Yeah,
like 11 or noon for you.
yeah, it's 1 p.m. here,
Okay.
so maybe it's a little less.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, but if you can, I don't know, if you can ride like dirt bikes, you just do summer to summer,
Yeah.
Canada summer, Chilling summer, it can be pretty sick.
Yeah, you had the best of both ways for the last years. So
Yeah,
now you are back in New Zealand full time. Switch bike. Also, you were on KTM. Now you're on Honda racing locally. So can you go through the changes and the plan for 2025?
yeah. So yeah, obviously not coming back to Canada. Um, yeah, just doing our nationals here. We have one round to go this weekend, but our nationals are changing for next season. So our nationals are now going to run like November through to February because we have a lot of like preseason races, I guess, but they're still main races.
Yeah.
I don't have any plans yet to race those. Like I'm not haven't confirmed to be like back with the team or anything. So
Okay.
yeah, just finishing the year here. But yeah, it's been going really good. I'm enjoying the Honda. Completely different to the KDM,
Yeah.
obviously.
A big change
Um,
for sure.
yeah, massive change. But yeah, just taking some time to get used to that, and it's been fun. We have really cool tracks, so that's been really cool. Yeah, I've enjoyed it actually.
What's
Yeah.
uh
So
what's uh one
yeah, go
thing
ahead,
what's
David.
one thing that the Honda does better than the KTM, and what's one thing that the KTM does better than the Honda? If you can say it.
I think the KTM, the power is a lot more snappy. So like the throttle response on the KTM is a lot more. So just the like oh, let's compare my race bike to race bikes. Yeah, just when you twist that throttle, that power is there and it just goes. But uh, my Honda is more gradual, I would say. There's power there, but it doesn't. It builds and builds and builds. But the KTM is just right there. And then chassis, I think hard to tell because I think that chassis comes down to a lot of who's building the suspension and the technician you work with as well, rather than just chassis to chassis.
So
And
kind
there's
of
different
losing you
parts
right
you
now.
can work with. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It should change. Yeah. So yeah, they're both really good, but I think the Honda is a lot softer.
I'm kind of surprised that you say that about the power, because from my experience, the KDM and I rode like your bike and like the KDM team bike, and it was way more linear than my Honda. But I guess it depends on the ECU you're running and all the mapping and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if I just compare my race bike to my race bike here, like rather than a stock to yeah, but also I'm not the best test rider, so I'm kind of just like yeah, I don't notice things super good, and I would have to back something to really know the difference.
Yeah, makes sense. And if you compare like the series in New Zealand versus here in Canada, um, like talent wise, is it similar? Like, is the field more deep in New Zealand, or it kind of looks like Canada or US?
It's pretty similar, honestly. I think the only difference in one of the big differences in Canada is there's more money there. Like as a rider racing, there's more money. There's more like industry people around in Canada, and um, but we have like our tracks are really good. We have really good riders. Like I'm battling with two guys right now, and they are they're fast, man. One guy I'm racing is really similar to Dylan Wright, and I'd love to see them like battle head to head because they have similar style, like no style. They just sit down,
Send it.
legs paddling, send it, but they're fast as fuck. Like and so I like we have like a New Zealand version of Dylan Wright. So,
It's Max Purvis.
but yeah, I'm battling with yeah Maximus Purvis. He's really good. So like I'm not just winning. It's I have to work for it, and I won the last round, but I didn't win the first two rounds. So yeah, it's been a challenge, but yeah, we have really good riders.
So
Yeah,
you mean
but then it drops.
less money? If up here in Canada we have about maybe I don't want to say 10, maybe around 10 riders that only does moto for a living. How about these guys you're
Yeah,
battling with? Do they have a normal job like you? Like is everyone on the work in a week, race a
yeah.
weekend
Well,
type deal?
yeah. No, everybody's on that program, but like you could make good money. Let's say the top guy wins everything. He could live off that money, but there's no point because we only race for 5 months of the year, and then like there's the life of just racing is everybody does other stuff anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The only guys who maybe don't work is like let's say this guy Maximus. He's going to race in Australia, so then you keep racing. But outside of our racing in New Zealand, if you're not making enough money to just not race, because otherwise, like, what do you do for 6 months?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a yeah,
Yeah,
like there's a lot of similarities with what we have going on here. Um, and if we go back to the change from like being at KTM in Canada and going back to New Zealand for Honda and staying there, how does that change occur?
like, why did I make the decision?
Like, was it your choice to go back and not race KTM, or was it the KTM's decision to not renew? So you decided to try your shot in New Zealand. How did that pan out?
I just decided I didn't want to travel and stuff anymore. Like, I really enjoyed it. Living there, and I got to live with David, and that was sick. And being around Quebec was cool, and the riding was awesome. But like the travel and being away from home, I was done with that. So at some point, I have to stop that. And for me, I wanted to do something outside of racing and work on something outside of that. So just for me, racing isn't my whole
Oh,
life. So that's probably where that decision came from. But
okay.
it wasn't an easy decision. I thought about it for a long time, but in the end, I thought that was best for me, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. But also, I'm really keen to watch the championship this year. I think it's gonna be like I want to watch Jess and Dylan battle, and
Yeah.
and like it'll be sweet to watch. So
Might
yeah,
have Nicoletti here as well. That's
oh yeah,
some gossip.
oh yeah, I love Canadian gossip.
Hey, going back to your series, I saw that you have a three moto format.
Yeah,
What do you? How long are the motos? Like 20s.
yeah. So 20+1.
So
So
320s.
yeah,
Yeah,
what do you think of that?
yeah.
Would you rather do like how are you spent at the end of the day compared to 230s?
I think it's easier doing 320s, but we don't like in Canada. There's a lot of sand tracks, and that makes it really hard physically. But I think the 320s suits the average guys more. Like all the plumbers and carpenters. You guys say the 320-minute moto suits those guys way more because they don't have to be as fit.
Or you're not lapping as quick
Um,
too, probably.
Yeah.
no, I would say I lap pretty, maybe like halfway. I lap pretty similar. I think the way it works is the same. We have like the top guys are really fast, and then there's the mid pack guys, and then there's the guys that you lap. Like we still have all that. So yeah,
That's
yeah.
similar. Um, and any plans to like for the future? Like you said, you don't have anything signed or planned for coming up next. But did you see yourself like coming back to US or Canada at some point, or are you done with the traveling and maybe like more racing locally and doing your own things in your country?
Yeah, I have no plans. Honestly, like
Yeah.
the only thing I would come back over for is if someone wanted to pay me $1 million to come race, then I might think about it. But maybe not. But yeah, no, I'm just I'll probably just keep racing for Honda in New Zealand, and there's some cool opportunities here for me to do stuff, and yeah, just I get to have fun, enjoy my life, and yeah, do some work outside of that. I'm just learning some other stuff at the moment, which is cool. Um,
And
yeah,
how
no
how
plans to come over.
how's Taylor doing?
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good. She's working too, just enjoying life by the beach. We have a puppy now too, so
Okay.
that's pretty cool. I have a son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a new
Now
daughter here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do have a 6 months old baby, so that's I think the dog is maybe a bit easier, especially at night. But
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, now there's 2 dogs in my house, so yeah.
Ah, okay.
No. um. Yeah, but no, it's one step to I guess having a child, but I know it's a lot easier. Like fucking, it's having a baby is can be hard. I can imagine.
Yeah, it's different, but so rewarding, as David would tell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You see?
Championships are cool, but having 2 kids, but is even better.
Yeah, and I think your girlfriend, like your and it's maybe your wife at this point, but she has a track, or her parents own a track. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's called Moto Central. Yeah, it's sick. It's a really cool spot. Like I was actually out there this morning doing some
Okay.
coaching with someone, and they put water on it, so like it's prepped all summer, and just mean like real good ruts and real tacky dirt. Like it's sick. It's really cool.
Yeah. So that's good, and I'm following you on socials and seeing all the pictures. And here the winter, it's harsh, and I'm just like, yeah, I gotta go there. And I think it's my one of my next trip for sure, to go visit New Zealand and maybe have a beer with you or two.
Yeah. Oh, there's beers here. Don't worry about that.
The beers.
Now that some beers, some beers.
Beers.
Yeah, nah, it's sick, man. There's never a bad time to come to New Zealand.
Yeah, looks like a really nice place, and seems like you are enjoying it. And I if I were at your place, I think I'd be too.
Yeah.
Makes
Well,
sense.
you guys are always welcome.
Sounds good. So
I'll buy the first round of beers.
sounds good. We probably have some Stark Varg dealers there, so might be
Oh
able to
yeah,
get a bike.
yeah. There are. We do sell stock bugs here.
Yeah. So I'll get in touch
So
with the guys there and have
yeah,
myself a bike and ride some tracks.
yeah. They won't hear you coming.
Yeah. Silent assassin.
Yeah, silent assassin. You can make your own noises.
Yeah. So thanks, Josiah, for taking time, and let's keep
Cool,
the
man.
throttle twisted, and we'll keep in touch.
Sure, yeah. Cool, man. Thanks for having me on, guys. Talk to you
Thanks.
later.
Cheers.
Bye.